All systems go.
The Morning Edge with Fox 2's Vic Faust, Chris Knight, Angela Sharp, and Eric Johnson.
The Morning Edge starts now.
Hey guys, welcome to the show. It is The Edge. It's 8:03. Chris Knight's here, Angela Sharp. I'm Vic Faust of Fox 2. It is the fastest 2 hours of morning talk radio. Thanks for jumping in with us today on this Tuesday. Let's get things going. At least the sun is shining right now. I don't know how long that's going to stay around for, but we do have it now. That's the key. We have it now. It's getting toward the end of April. It's still kind of chilly in the Missouri area. But by this weekend, we're supposed to have 80-degree temperature days again, so that'd be nice. It's always nicer when it's supposed to be warmer, right?
Yep, I agree with that.
At least we think. So there you go. I know you like your warmer temperatures. It may not be sunny, but it'll be warmer.
Why are you picking on me already?
That's why? That's not picking.
Okay.
No, you like warmer temperatures. There's
Don't
nothing
you?
wrong with that.
Don't you?
Yeah, but not like you.
Oh.
I mean, I would live in 90 degrees every day, but I mean, I'm not going to complain to go to Florida if it's not 80 degrees. No, we all have our likes and our dislikes. I'm not picking on you. You want me to pick on you?
Did you get me a Fox 2 coat yet?
What kind of Fox 2 coat?
The one you have
got
on. Thank you,
we all
Angela.
want that one. That one is really
I've
nice
asked you
looking.
like 5 times. Hey, Vic,
It's real nice
think you
looking.
could score me one, man?
I don't know. I'll ask. I mean,
You'll ask.
let me see if I can find one like in the bottom of a barrel somewhere.
Oh,
I'm glad you
yeah.
guys think they're cool
I'm
because
glad
we're
I'm
like,
so important to you.
Yeah.
I get what's in the bottom of the barrel.
It's a really, we've said it, we say it every time you wear it. It's a
Yeah.
really,
Chris, is
really
Trace-
nice coat.
I
Thank
like
you.
it.
Is Tracy not giving you love at home? I feel like you came. You think I'm picking on you. Then no, meaning the coat. It's like a 5-year-old coat. They get pushed to the bottom of the barrel with everything else that
yeah,
happens.
but it's real nice looking. It looks
is.
real
I
sharp.
like it. I told you that.
You sure it's me? That doesn't make it look that good.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, my God,
we set
Vic.
him on for
Is it
that.
the man? Is
There we
Is it the
go.
mannequin?
There
It's
we
not
go.
the mannequin, Vic. It's the coat. It's the coat, Vic. It's a real nice looking jacket.
Yeah, it's Cindy says. No, if we ever come across any extras, I'll let you guys know. Cindy says it's winter again. Yeah, it feels like
I
it.
don't like winter.
Chilly. That's for sure it is. If you're traveling, you don't have to wear a mask again.
Thank God.
Thank God. That happened. Yeah, that happened last night, Angela.
On like a plane?
On like a plane.
I was trying to think of when I needed to wear a mask currently.
Like that thing with
You don't travel much, do
with
you?
wings on the side.
I haven't been on a plane
When's
since
the last time you've been on a plane?
October of 2020.
When's the last time you've been on a train?
Oh, I don't ever take a train. If I'm going somewhere and I can
When's the last time
drive
you've
there,
been on a bus?
I'll drive. But I'm not taking a bus or a train ever again.
U.S. District Court Judge Catherine Kimball Mizell
God bless you.
out of Florida, who was appointed by one Donald Trump,
Yes.
said, CDC, you've overstepped your bounds, and she has ultimate power in this. It's over.
It's over.
The White House said
They were disappointed.
they were disappointed. There's no more mask on planes. Even after it came out, like the CDC was so shocked. I was talking to some people I work with, and they're like, well, we got to check and make sure that this is actually true.
Oh, of course.
I'm like, yeah, it is. You have to be careful how you say things. Be polite and kind, but yeah, it is. They're like, well, we need to make sure if this is really real. I'm like, yeah, it's really real. The CDC overstepped their bounds. They got put in their place. It's time to remove the mask. By the way, we're still waiting on one. I said one. One single controlled scientific study that showed mask work. There has never been one. Not one controlled scientific study that shows mask worked.
And guess what, Vic?
We're still waiting. I'd love to keep an open mind. Show me.
There probably won't ever be.
Well, I know
Imagine
that.
that.
Well, I know that at this point in time. The other funny thing about it is I still see people, and hey, do whatever you want to do, but be smart about it. The if you're going to put all your stock in the CDC also came out and said the cloth masks don't really work. This is what's funny, but I see so many people still wearing masks, and guess what they wear? Cloth mask. Oh, I'm protecting myself. I'm protecting society. I'm protecting everybody with my piece of cloth.
I got to tell you, sometimes I put my cloth mask on, but that's really just because I don't want to be friendly to people at the store.
There you go. Exactly. Well, at least you know
the
that it
criminals
doesn't
not-
work.
yeah.
The criminals have no problem wearing masks.
Yeah, at least you know it doesn't work.
Yeah, I'm not doing it for like any protection or safety. I'm doing it because I don't feel like being friendly to humans.
Oh, good
What the hell's
morning.
going on with all these murders?
Yeah, it picked back up again all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Jeannie, Aaron, Cindy, I know Cedric, everybody jumping in on the show this morning. Yeah, we're appreciating it. We know we're tired of the cold weather too. Don't worry, it'll be 90 before you know it, and it'll be hot and humid, like we get in St. Louis. It'll all come. But that's a really big story that's happening when it comes to the mask. Robert jumping in, mask never will be proven effective. Society learned that over 100 years ago during the Spanish flu. Unfortunately, we know what the masking thing became. It was a political thing. It was a whole political thing. And then you had doctors say, well, they work. And then health officials said that doctors said, well, they work. And then when you asked the doctors for studies, they couldn't give you studies. They just said they work. And then people said, well, why do you think doctors wear masks when they're in surgeries? Well, that was because of bacteria situations. It wasn't to prevent COVID. And then we were taught about the COVID particles and how small they are, because that's what this show was about. We learned. We brought you the top guests from across America.
That's pretty damn sad when a local morning show.
We were out ahead of everybody.
Way
and
ahead
it
of
sounds
everybody.
like we're tooting our horn, but we are. And anybody that's listened to us realized how we were, because we brought you the best guest around, not only in the state, but around the country. Hell, we even talked to people from around the world.
That's right.
And some of the top docs in Europe in regards to the whole situation. But it made people feel better to put a mask on their face. And, we're helping other people. We're helping others around us. That's what it's about, right? Okay, well, good.
Control, baby.
So anyway, masking's over. Masking's done. But you still had a national health figure yesterday. I can't remember his name. Say, well, we needed at least 2 more weeks. And I went, oh, my God. That took me back to over 2 weeks to
the
slow
start.
the spread. He's like, because now we've got BA02 Omicron coming, which has gone up in half the states, but it's not as serious as it was before. The whole thing is about the flu again. We've already gone over this over and over and over. Robert says vaccines are the next to be proven ineffective, if they haven't been already by some people's accounts. Oh, you weren't with us, Angela, but Glenn remembers we had a 3M mask engineer who came and joined us from the get-go. We're talking back in 2020, probably it was June or July.
Right in the beginning of this.
He's like, people don't get caught up in this mask stuff. And that's when we first taught everybody about N95s, before anybody knew about N95s and how they had to be attached to your face, placed perfectly, no facial hair, not removed on and off. And if they were on your face, fitted perfectly without any facial hair, needed to be discarded ASAP into a trash can.
Yeah.
Anything else is a bunch of Child's Play cartoon-esque. And explained it and got into the science of it. He's like, but your national government will not do that because that doesn't fit the narrative. It was interesting.
Hell no, it don't fit the narrative. Never has.
Jeannie says testing is over too, isn't it? Interesting. Melissa says, I start a new job tomorrow. Had to explain why I didn't get the jab. I was told if it bothers other employees, I might have to wear a mask. I mean, see, that's just it. It's just people just start making up their own rules.
I will
their
say,
feelings.
I think it's really odd.
People get really
that,
stupid.
that
Yeah, they
jobs feel that they have to tell other people if you have or have not had the vaccine. I do think that's weird. Like, so Melissa said, like, obviously her job is going to ask the employees around her if it's okay if she participates in life sans mask. And I think that's weird.
Yeah, Nick Tony, great point. What about all those people who were banned from flying because they didn't wear a mask?
They'll be taken off the list.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay. I was wondering how that would work, because we all know how society works. People need control. People have to feel like they're in power in a lot of situations, not just when it comes to COVID, but in life and the pride issues. So I was wondering, well, no, you said no to us, so we're going to keep control over you. Just let it go and move on. If you think that they're going to be released from that, that's great to hear.
Yeah, they'll be released. I'm in the
as long as they
aviation
didn't
business. It's
cause,
funny yesterday
as
when
long as
this-
they weren't people that caused problems by starting fights or getting
Right,
physical.
Right. I talked to a couple friends of mine yesterday that were flying, and it was interesting how it all unfolded yesterday. Could be just shortly after 3 p.m. yesterday, everything started to change, and airports started to see mass confusion, especially in Charlotte, North Carolina.
What do you mean mass confusion?
Mass confusion on literally the masks.
Oh, because nobody.
because it had came out and
Well, that's
TS
because the airlines
I know.
wouldn't make a definitive
I know.
call on it.
Well, because nobody could really believe it. Is it really over? But
Chris-
it is.
Crystal says, I was told in the beginning that I was the selfish one and didn't care about others' health and well-being. Then we saw scientific
Who
studies.
was?
That
Me?
No, this Crystal says that that's what
Oh.
people were telling her. But then we realized that even when you're wearing a mask to try to help others around you, you're not helping them because it's not protection unless it's an N95 perfectly fitted on your face that hasn't been touched.
I don't want to call people stupid, but
You're gonna, aren't you?
no.
Well, no,
But
it's
if
because
some-
people's hearts.
Re-
A lot
yeah.
of people don't get educated. They're like, well, I'm just going to listen to my health officials.
Correct.
I'm going to trust Dr. Fauci because we trusted Fauci for about 2 weeks.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm
Fraud
still
sheet.
gonna wear my mask when I don't want to talk to people.
Broad cheat.
Yeah. Jeannie says, I love that guy in the airport yesterday. He was confused. It was funny.
Yeah.
Was that from a TV? I must have missed it.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
There was a lot of people confused.
I started to see people last night post pictures. And ironically, I didn't know that I'd have 3 separate friends all traveling last night that were posting pictures on the plane that they were on.
Oh, without
Delta and
mask.
American Airlines without mask on. They said mask optional. Robert says not stupid, ignorant. Jeannie says the Fox
Yeah,
2
thank you,
story that
Robert.
you guys did. I didn't know. Maybe that was the 10 o'clock story. Diane Anderson here says the guy who supposedly assassinated Osama bin Laden has been banned from Delta for life. Doesn't have a lawsuit. I don't understand. I'm not familiar with it, but
Well, check into that.
stopped, or Aaron says, stop the forced masking of medical employees. That's another interesting one. That's a very, very good point.
Yeah, Navy SEAL in the Bin Laden raid was banned by Delta
For what?
for refusing to put a mask on a flight.
Well, Delta's always been a little ignorant, honestly.
I mean,
That airline has
dude took out Osama. Put your freaking mask on.
right.
I took out Osama.
Delta-
American-
Put your mask
American
on.
is-
Delta has banned about 130 people for not wearing their mask, and apparently those 130 people are banned for life. It'll be interesting to see
The-
if they're
Oh, they won't.
reinstated.
They won't be banned. I guarantee you the reinstatement's coming. Just sit back and wait.
We give all viewpoints, opinions here. Mark Harris, another right.
Stop it with the mark. Just call
Mark
him Drew.
Drew
Oh,
Harris.
There's Angelo on it.
I'm
Another.
sorry, it irritates me. Like, tell me, Drew, what's the situation? Are you banned by Facebook?
Right.
Why the fake name? The fake name irritates the heck out of me.
Sure
Like,
does.
if you have all these thoughts, have the thoughts under your name. You have no photo and you have a fake name. It's so irritating.
Drew, you're getting schooled this morning.
Mark Drew Harris says another right-wing judge appointed by Donald Trump. So don't you guys say a word about liberal judges. Mark, right out of the gate today, what did I say about this judge? I
He
said
Trump.
I
appointed
said
her.
this judge, I said her name, who was appointed by Donald Trump in Florida.
Who?
Donald Trump.
Who?
I am fair, Mark Drew Harris. I don't know. You must not have jumped on the show in time, my friend. But I did. I said this was a Trump judge. I also said that this was all political. I'm sorry. And then when it's political, then you need some scientific backing, and we still don't have one study to show that masks work outside of just thinking that they worked. That's the problem. Not one controlled study was ever done to show that the mask worked. I just wish that they would have, because then it would have stopped all of the divisiveness. if we had some proof, black and white proof, we wouldn't have had all this fighting back and forth. We've got enough divisiveness, which I hate, despise, which is why I always go to black and white truth after that.
And that's exactly it, Vic. Truth, proof, all these arguments, all this instability in trusting people, just a little bit of truth and a little bit of facts.
Damn, Kevin loved how Angela was coming out of the gate at Mark Drew Harris.
There's very little things that really annoy the heck out of me, but that is one of them. That is one of them.
Do you say Drew annoys you, Angela?
Right now, when he's pretending to be Mark Harris, abso-freaking-lutely.
A white boy's name, Drew. Come on, you can do better than that.
Well, it's not about wins and losses, Mr. Harris, even though you said that it was going to end May 2nd anyway. Maybe it was going to end. It was set to expire May 2nd, but there was no guarantee because, as you know, your boy Fauci, or as Chris likes to call him, Fraudchi, said we just need 2 weeks to stop the spread over 2 years ago, and we know where we are now. So it's really difficult to trust the people in these positions after everything that we've been done. And, come on. I know people who support Fauci and everything else are saying, well, we're trying to get our handle on it. We're trying to learn. We're trying to have fun on the show and educate you. But people are like, well, we're just, because we all remember what we were told. We just need 2 weeks, kind of stay away from each other. Now put a mask on. Now put a mask on and stay away from each other. Now if you get your vaccine, you're going to be fine. Now you have to put your mask on even though you've had a vaccine. Now we have to get double vax. Now you have to put your mask on and stay away from people. Now we have to shut down businesses. Now we have to get double vaxxed and boosted and put our mask on and stay away from each other. You guys all know what I'm talking about. You remember this, right? We've all gone through this. We all followed all the rules. We did what we were supposed to do, and then we're still in the same situation. So the track record is not so good, unfortunately.
It's terrible.
I'm sorry. That is our wheelhouse. We don't know what the hell we're talking about, but we do know COVID because of the experience that we've had back when we were the war on COVID for all you listeners who are with us from the get-go. It's a shame from Todd that people just can't wear a mask or get vaccinated if they choose and not be an a-hole about it. Yeah, so there you are. So there we are, no mask on flights. Thank God for right now. But one of the last times that we heard from Fauci's like, well, you never know. We may have to go back in if the COVID comes back through. But at least now you have other hospital or other health officials saying, well, the infections that we're seeing now are less serious. Described as the flu. Imagine that. And less hospitalizations. Which is a good thing because we don't want people to get sick. But don't forget for a second that just because if any of us have been vaccinated, it stopped us from getting the vaccine or it stopped us from getting COVID or spreading it. Because unfortunately, even when you get vaccinated, you still get COVID again and you still spread it.
I was going to say one of my friends right now is
many of us, many people
fully vaccinated, and she is having a rough time with the COVID. So,
well, I know somebody. Well, actually, I know a family, and they're older. They're in their 70s, and they both are vaxxed, boosted, and they both just got COVID.
Yeah. The only good thing now is the fact that it's
and they're okay.
Yeah. So the vaccine didn't stop any of us from getting it or from giving it to other people. It's amazing, though, what you'll forget after 2 years, which is why nobody can forget all of this. You got to look at the scorecards. You must look at the scorecard.
That's key.
What really happened over and over and over again. Real quick, before we get to break 2 here, listener, he's worried that he might get fired, but he just said, listening to the morning show, going to type this on Facebook. I was going to type it on Facebook, but I'm sure AT&T monitors the social media. AT&T required the vaccine. I didn't get it. I submitted and was approved for a religious exemption. They are telling us to come back to the office now for 1 or 2 days. And since I am unvaccinated, they are telling me that I am now required, I'm so sorry, to wear 2 masks in the building the entire time I'm there.
I would tell them to
Oh my God.
I would tell them to give.
AT&T. If there's a representative with AT&T from a corporate standpoint, I would love for them to let us know on the show. Okay, we typed one mask. I know people think that that's going to help, and they didn't specify what kind of mask, and it's certainly not an N95, and we already know that masks don't work unless they're a fitted N95 mask, because we've talked to the experts. We'll just call this guy John.
I don't know that I
Two
can
masks.
handle put two masks.
Wait a
all
minute. Let me check.
day.
Let me check. Do you have your second mask over that? Okay. Is that?
I mean, that really is putting the blame on this whole COVID thing on those people that are not vaccinated. If
Correct.
you're making somebody not vaccinated wear
Correct.
two masks, when we
that's
know
a problem.
anybody can have it and spread it and pass it and spit on you or whatever. Very odd to me. All of this is very odd.
But Angela, a lot of it's been odd from the beginning.
Well, see, I was trying to hide from information, but you guys have forced me
Michael
into
Swan just says
information.
he's leaving AT&T after hearing what they're doing to people.
That's one way to fix it.
Yep. Robert says due diligence on the source who is making statements and claims. It makes total sense. So we appreciate you giving us that update. I'm sorry you'd have to deal with that. Who would have thought you'd still be in a situation that you are even right now doing all of that? My gosh. Okay. Well, there you go. And of course, there are people who were furious that the judge did what they were doing. That's all right. It's break time.
Is it
going to
break time?
Yeah, let's go to break.
All right.
It's about 8. Yeah. Perfect. I was worried that I was going too long. You're like, Vic, come on, get moving. We come back, we'll tell you what Joe Rogan thinks about Elon Musk, the whole situation there.
That's great.
Word spreading that, Elon might have his sight set on Facebook and Instagram as well. He's gonna
That's
mess.
why I said.
He's gonna mess with everybody.
Don't underestimate.
Tell
the
you,
man
rich
that
people when they
sends
get
people
bored, they just like to screw around.
to space.
Russia's full-scale offensive continues in Ukraine. That hasn't gotten
How about
any,
the senator that went to Ukraine?
any better yet.
See that?
Which senator? I didn't see
I'll have
this.
to go back and look. He just went to Ukraine to ground zero, basically. Went about 20 miles west of Kyiv. They took him out there and came back.
That kind of sounds like a field trip. Hey, we're going
Yeah.
to take you out here and come right back.
And it was kind of bad. I'll pull up the story.
Yeah.
We'll show some.
It's a war.
Some pictures that the mainstream media is not going to show you.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Also, we'll take your ideas in regards to what you think is going to happen with fast food and with inflation, and what have you seen? We did a story last night on what people are starting to see at their favorite fast food restaurants because of inflation. Smaller food, a 6-piece McNugget is a 5-piece now, and all kinds of stuff.
Todd says, "Can we send Biden?"
We've also got some sound. I saw it yesterday after the show. It was sent to me again today. Ugh.
Oh,
Jill-
geez.
Jill
You're making a
Biden.
face. Well, I know what it's going to be about. When you
Yeah.
make that face, it means
Well, Jill
The
Biden,
president did something
just Jill
odd.
Biden speaking to him in a way that you're like, oh my God, that's the president, and she's having to talk to him like that. We've also got, we got a lieutenant governor from a state talking about the whole situation of transgenderism. Very, very, very interesting. So we'll get into all of it. Lots of topics. We're just getting started. The fastest 2 hours of morning talk radio. Chris Knight, Angela Sharp. I'm Vic Faust of Fox 2. Back with more right after this.
Edge morning traffic.
An accident is causing delays for drivers traveling east on I-70 from Forestell over through Winsville. It's 70 eastbound just before the 64 split and 2 right lanes are closed to traffic. MoDOT estimates it should clear around 8:40 this morning. Highway 61 drivers also experiencing some slowing headed south from Flint Hill down through Winsville. 64 eastbound, a slow go through the Chesterfield area. Then again from Lindbergh over to Big Bend. There's also reports of a new accident 64 eastbound on the ramp from 270. 170 southbound drivers, delays for you from Olive down to the 6440 split. And a crash 70 westbound in the Pine Lawn area is causing a 3-mile slowdown for westbound drivers. I'm Fox 2's Molly Rose. That's your Edge Morning Traffic.
The Edge Morning Show is coming right back. Whoa, Greg's up.
He's never up this early.
Hey guys.
Okay, so this is called the Bell Breakfast Box from Taco Bell.
Oh, thanks. I can read.
And that's a coffee. Helps you open your eyes.
And that's a breakfast burrito. You can start from either end.
You guys always this condescending in the morning?
Pretty much.
Wake up with the new $5 Bell Breakfast Box, filled with a grande toasted breakfast burrito, hash brown, 2 Cinnabon Delights, and a coffee. At limited participating Taco Bell locations near you during breakfast hours only. Contact local store for prices, hours, and participation, which vary. Tax extra. Drinks excludes freezes.
Hi, this is Dr. Erin Huey with Tomasino Gerst Vision Source. We provide a ton of specialty care: glaucoma, diabetic eye care, dry eye evaluations, now myopia management. Typically, we see patients that need vision correction for a variety of hobbies, for work, most often glasses and contacts. Come and see us at Tomasino Gerst Vision Source, dryoureyes.com, 272-1444, dryoureyes.com.
Kelly Blue Book is the one-stop shop for pricing, fixing, selling, and instant cash offering. Instant cash offer is exactly what it sounds like. An official offer to buy or trade your car. Just enter your VIN or license plate, answer a few questions about your car's history, and what kind of condition it's in. In minutes, you'll receive an offer to sell or trade your car that you can be sure is fair. Then choose a dealer to purchase your car and schedule a time to meet. For all of the its, kbb.com.
Join the annual BJC Foundation Golf Classic, May 9th at Old Hickory. Be part of bringing health, healing, and hope to St. Charles County. The BJC Foundation enriches the lives of our neighbors by funding these efforts. Massage therapy for Siteman cancer patients and their caregiver. Activity cards for patients and families. Transportation service for patients who need to receive treatment. And community health, wellness, and education programs like Community Strong. Register online at bjcstcharlescounty.org/golf.
This is a metaphor for your business's journey. Sometimes it feels like you're going 100 miles an hour, barely keeping up. But to cruise through challenges, you need someone who's right there with you. That's what Dell Technologies advisors do. They have the Windows PCs and tech advice you need to get past whatever's in front of you and get where you want to go. Call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL. A start to a simpler experience with Windows 11 Pro.
Hey, Brian Dawson here. Folks, Brian Dawson Roofing and Construction is a roofing company dedicated to excellence and quality. We are very familiar with working with insurance as well as uninsured roofing needs. We do room additions, small roofs, big roofs, steep roofs, flat roofs, residential and commercial. So hey, if you have any roofing or construction needs, call me, Brian Dawson.
Learn more by visiting BrianDawsonRoofing.com or call 636-465-9465. That's 465-9465.
Susan, it's so great to finally be able to get together again.
Oh, it sure is. And I really appreciate you picking up the bill.
I'm happy to. I've got the extra cash. Since we've all been driving so much more again, I've been using Get Upside, the free gas app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Get Upside app?
Yes, up to 25 cents a gallon. Cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Some months I make $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Get Upside app now.
Download the free Get Upside app now in the App Store or Google Play to save up to 25 cents a gallon when you buy gas. Use promo code FALL for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's up to 50 cents a gallon on your next fill-up. You can cash out anytime to PayPal or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Get Upside app and use promo code FALL for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code FALL.
The first ever STL CanaFest is coming April 23rd from noon to 8 p.m. at the Old St. Andrews Cinema, presented by STL Hemp Company. Live music, over 30 CBD and hemp-related vendors, a DJ, glass-blowing demonstration, and you can apply for your medical card on the spot. Brought to you by STL Hemp Company, Peace of Mind, The Happy Grower Hydroponics, and Main Street Tattoo Collective. STL CanaFest, April 23rd at the Old St. Andrews Cinema. Find STL Hemp Company on Facebook for more info.
Here comes more of the Edge Morning Show.
Edge Morning Traffic.
Here comes more of the Edge Morning Show.
Go. Hey guys, welcome back to the show. It is The Edge, the fastest 2 hours in morning talk radio. Eric Johnson, Chris Knight, Angela Sharp, and Vic Faust of Fox 2. Appreciate you joining us this morning. It is the fastest 2 hours. You can jump in on Facebook, 100.7 The Viper. Share the show. We love it when you share the show as well. Let people know what's going on. Jump in on that Facebook line, 100.7 The Viper on the comment line. Try to get to your comments. You can also stream us at viperrocks.com, viperrocks.com. And as always, we're on YouTube on The Morning Edge. All right, before we get back into some of the topics we're talking about with what's happening with inflation, I was also messaged privately by an AT&T manager who is not vaxxed, who was laughing about the topic because somebody actually called in or messaged me and said they couldn't believe what was being done to them, that if they go into the office 1 or 2 days a week, if they're not vaxxed, they have to wear not 1 but 2 masks. I'm so sorry. Anyway,
we chuckle at this poor person's pain.
This person says, I'm a manager, and our accommodation, if you're not vaxxed, is that we're forced to stay at home. Even as a manager, this person says, I can't even go to a retirement party or a happy hour with my coworkers.
I mean, a lot of these companies are
AT&T.
choosing that as they're choosing either that or weekly testing, or you have to wear a mask and nobody else does. No, testing's not over. Testing's not over. So those are all things that various companies are doing. And a lot of people on our Facebook line are saying, well, then I wouldn't work there. And sometimes it's just not that easy,
No,
you
it's
guys.
not.
It's not that easy to just be like, I'll just go get a different job. That isn't that easy. For a lot of
Crystal
people.
has a question for you, Eric. Was Delmar Gardens bus running late this morning?
By the way, can we just say
I don't know why
how
you guys are
sharp
capping.
Eric looked over there with his glasses and his hat?
Damn, where'd
That's
you
what he
just
looks
You look
like
like
every
you
day.
it looks like you came from some great place, like you were doing
Yeah, Delmar
something great.
Gardens. Hello.
Okay, sorry.
We rock over
Was there a
there.
gig over there this
One
morning?
of us need to call Delmar Gardens.
The only
Much as
thing
we
Eric has
advertise
on
for them
today that he
people.
doesn't normally have on are sunglasses.
Well, I like the
I'm
look.
not taking them off now. I completely forgot they were on
I
my
like
face.
the-
Now I'm not
sorry,
taking them
I like
off.
the look. I just wanted to bring up the fact that I like the look. I liked your coat.
So keep
I
your
like his look.
sunglasses on.
I'm disheveled today.
You look good.
Is
forgot I had
anything
sunglasses.
different?
No, I forgot. I walked in here. I forgot I had sunglasses on. Didn't even think about it.
No,
Thank you,
no,
Angela.
you didn't.
No, I did. I swear to God. Man, come on. You know
Eric,
me.
you're that
Stop it.
person that walks into the work or walks into the gym. They keep their sunglasses on the whole time.
I'm not
let me
Corey
take
Hart.
this.
I'm not Corey Hart. See if you can get that
Angela
reference.
doesn't get it. I do.
Good job. Good
because
job.
that's an
Why
80s
doesn't
Crystal
reference.
agrees
Why
with
doesn't
me.
Angela
You look
get it?
good.
Because she
Eric.
doesn't know who Corey Hart is or
Who's
the
Corey?
song.
I for a
Who's
second
Corey
I
Hart?
thought Corey Hart was married to Pink, and then I realized that was a different Hart.
Yes.
Are you
Right.
So
serious?
yeah,
You don't know who Corey Hart is?
no,
Two good songs.
no, sir, I do not.
Man.
Well, one really good one. How about that? And then the second thing is I forgot my phone, which is how I interact with all you guys on Facebook. So you guys can cap on me all you want today, and I won't even know it or be sad. So go ahead, knock yourself
Why?
out.
What do you mean
Because I
knock on
forgot
you?
my phone.
Why
I'm
would we
disheveled.
knock on you for that?
Huh?
You forgot your
I forgot my
cell
phone. Yeah, I can't interact with
Eric,
the Facebooks.
Eric, you've lessened the bar with you that we're just happy
yeah.
that you show up.
Dude,
How about
Much
this,
less
Angela?
with a phone.
Okay,
I'm a
ready.
shell
You ever
of,
heard of
a
this song,
man.
Angela?
This is the
Okay,
second
hold
good
on,
song.
everybody's talking.
Oh my God! Come on, Angela.
we're asking for.
I don't think I've ever heard this song in my life.
You can
Are
never
you kidding me?
surrender.
No, I'm so sorry.
Never surrender.
I wanted to know it for you guys, but don't think I've ever
Well,
heard
I
that
wanted
before.
you to know it too.
Well, you know, sunglasses at night, right? That's this first song.
I wear my
Yes.
sun. Yeah, I know that one.
That was the first song
Cheers.
Eric was referring to.
So,
newsflash! Eric escaped Delmar Gardens this morning. That from Kevin Joseph.
you guys are literally. Look, I'm going to invent. I know. Delmar Gardens is for older, elderly people. I get it. The joke is ha ha, laugh, whatever. I'm inventing at Delmar Gardens for 40 to 60 somethings. And all we're going to do is get wheeled around in wheelchairs playing canasta and bingo.
What's
and
canasta?
Whatever it is. It's going to be
the
amazing.
greatest game of
I was
all.
going to say, my grandma plays canasta.
I've never heard of canasta.
My
It must be an
grands
over
plays that.
50
Vic, are
game.
you kidding me?
It must be an over 50 game.
My grandma's 89. She plays it a
Honest to
lot.
God, I've never heard of
Yeah.
canasta. It must be a St. Charles over 50 thing.
Yes.
My grandmother does not live in St.
And
Charles.
it's going to be a very peaceful lifestyle. And you guys can make
You
fun
can-
of it
you
all
can
you
make-
want.
You have to wear sunglasses at night to play canasta.
You can make
All right.
St. Charles the new Florida where they have those places to live where you have to be over 45 to live there.
There you go.
There
See?
you go.
Crystal says she's sorry. She didn't mean to upset you today, honestly.
No, you didn't. You didn't. I'm cool. Look, there are subdivisions that have the golf carts all over the place. That's kind of like a Delmar Gardens in a weird way.
Tracy says canasta's for old people. Thank you. If I haven't heard of it, it's for old people.
Okay.
My grandmother plays it. She's only 89.
Yeah, exactly.
How about this, Angela? You know this song?
Sunglasses at night.
Don't forget, Chris was a DJ in his past life.
Okay, we'll give you that.
Okay.
All right, we'll give that.
And some songs just are bigger than life itself.
Do you have
That's
a cane that you walk with too, Eric? Like a white cane?
I have a cane I beat people with.
Yeah.
Ooh, do you have one of those canes where you open it up and it's like a sword?
Ooh, that'd be good.
Those
take
are
that
cool.
one. You could take that downtown to walk your dog.
Those are cool.
Oh my God.
See, I can't see anybody capping on me right now, so I can say whatever I want today.
Oh my God. Oh my
I
God.
can't
oh
believe
my-
you forgot your phone.
I know. It's kind of, I feel naked.
Wow.
One other update on the
Feel a little
person
good, though,
who is
right?
a manager at AT&T. They said they do have a religious accommodation as well. But since I work in management, I'm fully working from home, not even allowed to go into the office. 0 times if I'm seen in the office, I will be reported and fired immediately.
Wow.
I'm telling you, there's.
Wow.
It's
I would
still
love
at
if more people.
AT&T.
I would love if more people direct messaged Vic if they don't want to post on the Facebook line, or post on the Facebook line if you're brave like that, to tell us what their companies that they're working for are doing, because I hear a lot of this, but it's not so publicly posted about, if you will.
Yes. Well, you can work at the airlines now and not have a mask on your face.
But,
That's good.
but do you have to be vaccinated? I don't know the rules to that.
No.
Probably. I don't know.
I don't think so, man. I think this judge down in Florida did the Biden administration a very nice little service saying,
You're
look,
right.
we're over
Great
this.
point,
I
Eric.
think so, too.
So now Biden goes, oh, well, looks like we can't do it anymore. The judge said so. Oh, well. Well, we would love you to be masked up, triple masked and vaxxed and all that crap, but just look at the judge. It's their fault if you get sick. Okay, enjoy your day.
It's an easy out for
It
Sleepy
is.
Joe.
It is.
I could not agree anymore. Okay, when we were going to break, we asked you for updates on what was happening with the fast food industry regarding inflation. My colleague Andy Banker did a fascinating story to me last night on Channel 2 during our 10 o'clock show
Yes.
regarding people going to their favorite fast food places and what's happening because of inflation. The people that Andy spoke to were alleging that at their favorite pizza place, they don't get the 10 wings anymore. You order and pay for 10 wings, but more than once, you get 8 wings.
What? So you order the 10 and you get 8 and
So-
you pay for the 10?
He said it was the same way with like nuggets. Like you're
Chicken
ordering-
nuggets, if you order a 6-pack, it may only have 5.
Stop your
So for now on,
depressive.
here's the problem. The lines, if you go through a drive-through, are going to be longer because you need to stop, look at your freaking food in the damn bag, which is going to hold everything up, especially for people who aren't patient like me with situations like that.
Yeah, I'm not.
And
But wait,
you're going to have to check your food.
But they're doing it on purpose, right? They are on
Absolutely.
purpose giving me
Well,
5
yeah,
nuggets. So
because
why
it's
would I check my
inflation.
food and be like, okay, you give me 5 nuggets?
Yes, give me my extra nugget or I'm not leaving.
Well, see, now that we're getting
Because they
angry
have to
with
change that on the board.
menu.
Bingo.
Wow.
I haven't been through a fast food line in a while, but
That's how they're dealing with inflation?
Yeah, that's just one of the
That's
situations.
crazy.
That was what we were found because we were told that this was happening. Now, we spoke to a guy.
I've never seen
an economics professor at UMSL. He says that's not gouging. Generally, prices rise more quickly than wage rates. So what happens is workers have to find a different job to get a higher wage rate. That's what's creating the job shortage. That's what's creating inflation. That's where you have the problem because people aren't able to work at these restaurants as they used to, which led us into the other part of this situation from our Facebook line. We had somebody say in the Chesterfield Valley, right now, you can get $18 an hour. I don't know if that's with tips or not, Angela.
It's stupid. It's dumb.
$18
I'm sorry.
an
I might
hour.
pick up the side job.
It's well, you know, if you're a business and you can afford it, that's fine. but
$18 an hour.
I'm trying to look back in the comments. I can't remember what the rest or what
Red
the
Robin.
Red Robin, $18 an hour.
And that's because they can't find anybody. It's either
exactly.
It's either $20 an hour for a kid that doesn't even know how to do his job properly. Sorry, don't mean to offend. Or
I got to tell you, if I started working there, also would not be a great employee. But
yeah, but how about Target? $25 an hour to work at Target?
Not at every Target, in certain Targets.
Yeah, but still, one of them. That's enough. $25 to work. $25 an hour to work at Target. Come on.
By the way, if you're in a hurry, don't go into Walgreens. Aaron Bland said I went to a local Walgreens that had one
American working there.
One teenage girl running the entire store last weekend. Kudos to her for the work ethic. It's absolutely ridiculous. But this isn't company's fault. This is America's
Let me tell you
fault.
something.
Well,
I'm not.
by me is a very, very elderly lady that's usually by herself, and she's usually there closing. And I always feel bad for her. Like, obviously, her life did not go great if she has to close.
Well, you never know.
Walgreens.
Plan half your day if you're going to go to Walgreens.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm going to say this about Walmart.
It's
Walmart,
not going to be a quick stop.
Walmart, I appreciate that you're trying to hire people. I do. I'm glad that you're open, but the people you have working there are the most incompetent people I've ever met in my life. Seriously, I'm sorry to say that, and that's not their fault. They're coming from.
It is their fault.
They're trying to get employees. Vic just reported that no one wants to take these damn jobs.
Well, yeah, they don't.
So, but you're hiring people that don't have. I'm not going to say anything mean today. You know that?
No,
Vic?
maybe
Wait, you're
I'm
not
just
going to
gonna-
say anything mean at all today?
No, they don't have a desire. But guess what, Eric? It's the same thing with many jobs where you can't hire quality people because quality people don't want to do the job or they're doing something else.
You know what the new motto is? It used to be the customer is always right. Angela doesn't remember that era.
Yeah, my kids get
Angela
mad at
doesn't
me
remember
for
that era.
complaining about this.
Okay, the customer is always right. The
Yeah,
new
they're doing their best. I'm like, no, they're not. You
and
don't
I was
know what
about
the
to
best
say,
is.
the new motto is they're doing their best. And scene.
That was the whole scene. Okay.
They're
companies,
doing their best?
companies do not
They're doing
believe
their best.
Companies do
Yeah,
not.
Dad, don't
bel-
say anything. Don't say anything.
Companies
Well, it
do
depends
not
on what you're saying,
believe in doing the right thing for the customer. They don't care about. They know you're going to be back, Angela.
That's right. If we all keep going back,
Angela.
what do they
Because
have
fast
to
food
do
is doing
for
good
us?
business. They are
Angela, they
driving
know
you,
you're
you'll see it.
going to
all
be
gonna go
back.
back.
As a
We're
matter of
all-
fact, they don't want you to come back today because we don't have enough people to
We're going to come
facilitate
back
you.
to every grocery store, or if
That's
you
exactly
choose
right,
to go to Walgreens, or if you choose to go to we're always going to come back.
Mark says White Castle, $17 an hour.
Is this Mark? Mark said this?
Mark Drew? I'm
Thank
sorry.
you.
I'm just saying first
You know
names.
what, though? I will say something about White Castle.
I know you love it.
Here we go.
Here we go. I'm okay with White Castle, but the few times that I have been there during COVID, that is probably one of the most stand-up franchises that I've been to.
What do you mean by
McDonald's,
stand up?
Taco Bell.
Stand up.
As
yeah.
far as employees, they seem to be open no matter what.
Yeah,
They-
there's
they
You
only,
go to Taco Bell, they're closed at 7:30.
I trust you.
at
I've
night.
never been. I've
You
been to
go,
White
you go to
Castles in years.
McDonald's, they're closed at 10
I think it's
o'clock
because there's
at night.
less of them. There's less White
And it could
Castles
be.
around.
It could be.
So it's easier
But
to staff.
There was
That's
always
what I
one
think.
place you could count on if you wanted a burger at 1:30 in the morning after a night of binge drinking.
Jack
It
in the
would
Box
be-
or White Castle?
No, man. Jack in the Box, they're closed at 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, see, the Jack in the Box by me is always open.
And let me tell you the
White
worst.
Castle did a
Let me
pretty
tell you the
good job
worst.
during the pandemic.
The worst is Starbucks.
That's every day, Eric.
Yeah, but
the
that's all
worst
liberals,
is
dude.
the worst.
All
is,
liberal has nothing to do with
the
it.
worst is Starbucks.
come
I've
on.
never seen a
Starbucks
sign.
coffee shop
Hold on,
wants to
man.
unionize?
Hold on.
Man, I'm done with Starbucks.
What's wrong
Not,
with Starbucks?
not me.
What is
I
wrong with
am.
Starbucks?
I ain't support no union for somebody serving a cup of coffee. Give me a
Man,
break,
you just
dude.
need to chill because it's the best thing on the planet. Now, if you,
You think it's the best thing
I've never
on
seen.
the planet, Vic?
Do I think what is?
They did a study. NASA said it's the best thing.
No,
on the planet.
it's for
Hell
addicted
no.
fools.
Thank you.
I'll take that.
Addicted fools spend their life and their money in lines at Starbucks. I'm sorry.
Let's
I know I'm going to
unionize.
piss everybody off by saying
See,
that.
we could unionize too when we do Vic's Plumbing Company.
Oh, dear God. Here we
Vic's
go.
Crack.
That's
back.
right.
All right,
Vic's
so
crack. We could do it.
Mexican pizza's back at Taco Bell, apparently.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is
I'm
back.
in.
It's back.
Whatever. I've never had it. Apparently,
It's the best
people
thing
like
ever.
that.
It's the bomb.
No tomatoes.
Damn, all three of you like it.
No tomatoes?
No tomatoes.
No tomatoes. All
Anyway,
right.
Starbucks.
Jay says, Eric, you got to be careful about what you say. I always say you make generalizations. Jay says, I take offense to that. My wife works at Walmart.
I didn't say your wife was horrible. I said the people that they
You said,
interact.
you said Walmart employees.
Well, not all of them, but some of them are.
Okay.
I'm just saying, when you interact with a Walmart employee, you are
When do
50-50.
you interact with one? Because I went to a Walmart the other day.
They're literally there for customer service.
There was no checkout open with a human. I had to go through the
Well, that's even worse.
automated checkout, which is fine. I mean, I did it. I tend to like to go through the checkouts with humans because I think that helps humans keep their jobs.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take your word for it. There was this era where you would have this thing called customer is always right. That's gone.
Well, it is.
It's gone,
but
man.
the thing that we bring up and that Andy did the story with last night is that shrinkflation is now meant to disguise inflation.
I don't even know what that is.
Shrinkflation is where you shrink. We've talked about
Oh, well,
this.
you would the 5
cereal
nuggets?
boxes, the 5 nuggets instead of 6, or if you get 6 nuggets, they now look like little circle whatever thing, little pieces, tiny pieces, because that's what's going on, and it's not getting any better, and it's unfortunate.
Well, we're talking about recession already. Okay, so
Correct.
there's all this stuff that's going on right now.
Correct.
This is a complete.
It's a matter of it's coming, and we're not going to come out of this anytime
It's
soon.
completely tied to Joe Biden. There's no two ways about it. This administration.
Well, all the money.
Inflation is total.
The inflation.
The free money.
Unfortunately. You had a very good life during Donald Trump. I'm sorry if you hate him. Who cares if you hate him? You had a good life under Donald Trump. You had inflation. You had interest rates there were their 2s, maybe sometimes 1.7s. You had home prices that you could actually afford. You had, I'm not going to go through the litany of great stuff that president did, but then all of a sudden Joe Biden and his Easter bunny come into office, and all of a sudden you have the pipelines being shut down. You have people coming over the border at a record number. You have prices going through the damn roof because of supply chain problems. You guys have an interesting little choice coming up at the end of this year. And it really is just to vote these guys out. And if you do that, I think companies will say, look, we have a chance to get out of this thing. If you guys continue this thing, this country is going to go down a very dark path, I think. This isn't because of the administration's fault, I think. That's my opinion.
Did you bring up the Easter Bunny?
He said Joe Biden and his Easter Bunny.
Did you
I
not
was
see the Easter
confused.
Bunny? Did I make reference to something you guys did not see?
Oh, Eric, we saw it yesterday.
Not Angela. Angela didn't see
This
it.
is from Sunday when he
Angela, you didn't see
hosted-
this?
I didn't see it.
She's about to see it.
Do you not get on Twitters
Eric,
and
you
Instagrams
didn't even
and
realize
stuff?
you set us up for it because Chris, that's not the right one.
Wait a minute. Did you not see
There
the
you go.
Easter Bunny come and flag Joe Biden down during a press conference?
I didn't, and now I'm gonna watch.
Well, we didn't see. I heard about that, but we had something else that happened when they hosted the Easter egg hunt at the White House.
I know. That's the one.
Well,
is this the one where he's talking about Pakistan and Afghanistan? And
no, this is the one.
How many Easter Bunny Joe Biden things do we have to look at today, guys?
Well, unfortunately, it's
More
sad.
than one, apparently.
What you're going to hear is right at the beginning. You're going to hear Joe's wife.
Oh boy,
Dr. Joe
I didn't
Biden.
see this one.
Well, it's just listen.
Damn.
I'm just excited that you also didn't see this one.
Well, just listen to how she speaks to him in the beginning, almost as if,
Don't send me up. Let me listen.
Okay, this is when they were sitting down, getting ready to read to kids.
Okay.
An Easter egg. So just listen to how Jill talks to Joe.
Okay, just stay. She's telling me just sit, don't move. She's a teacher.
I'm the teacher.
Chris, can you rewind? We missed the beginning.
Okay, just stay. She's telling me just sit, don't move. Okay, just stay.
What does she say?
She's
Just
telling me
stay. Just sit.
don't move.
Just sit. Just stay.
Okay, just stay. She's telling me just sit, don't move.
And then it goes on.
Just stay.
And then they'll start to read.
She's telling me just sit, don't move. She's a teacher.
I'm the teacher, you know.
She's a teacher.
Wow.
Now they sit
Yeah,
down.
I'm mic'd. Here, come sit down.
And he says she won't let him read. And he tries to read a little, and that's all I'm allowed to read.
No, he doesn't say that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Go ahead.
so I'm going to quickly read brown bear, so you're all not soaking wet.
And they're not going to let me read it all.
I'll let you, here, you can start us off. Can you, here,
Can I
I'll
read
let you
backwards?
read the first page. Go ahead.
Brown bear, what do you see? I see a bird looking at me. Now you got it.
Okay. Yellow duck, what do you see? I see a blue horse looking at me.
Blue horse.
Hold on.
And there you
Blue
go.
horse, what
That's-
do you see? I see a green frog looking at me.
Just sit. Just sit.
Oh.
Just stay. Just sit, Joe. Just sit.
So he had all this stuff going on at the Easter Bunny event in the North Lawn at the White House, and all of this stuff is showing Angela Sharp and demonstrating that he just does not have the mental capacity to be the president of the United States. Now,
what happened with the Easter Bunny that you were?
Did you not
talking
see
about?
that? Please
no,
tell
I
me.
don't think I did.
You are in a
Are you
newsroom.
are you talking about the
No,
way?
the newsroom is the last place we.
You're in a
would see
newsroom.
it.
You're talking about when the Easter Bunny interrupted the
Okay,
best
so
part
check
when
this
they were
out. I will try to talk you through this. He is literally over at the press line, the pressers. You know, you're behind the line. You're like, Mr. President, can I answer you a question? Can you
Right.
talk about this?
Yeah.
So I guess he went over there and someone said, can you talk about Pakistan and Afghanistan? He goes, well, and I can't remember the verbiage that he used. He used some verbiage and he started talking, maybe 2 sentences in. And the Easter Bunny, who was a aide in the White House, a messaging aide in the White House,
I get scared.
came and jumped in front of him and went like this and flagged him down like,
Don't talk.
Don't talk. And
Yes.
I can't. This is radio, and I don't know that this is the best place to do it because it's
Let
a
me see if
visual.
I can find it.
It's a visual.
Well, we got to go to break anyway. We come back.
It's a
we'll
visual,
try to find that for
and it
everybody.
looked like he got scared. It looked like he got what? What? Like he didn't know what was going on. So this is you guys wanted so desperate a cognitive skills test from Donald Trump. You wanted it. He gave it to you. He passed. He was a Mensa. I don't know if you remember that or
Yeah,
not.
he was.
But his IQ was like
Trump's
crazy.
IQ was off the charts.
Off the chart. Why is it not possible that we get this guy to do this? If you're on a ship in the middle of the ocean,
It's not going to
if
happen.
if you're in a ship in the middle of the ocean,
the
and you're
media will not be
The
requesting
loudest people aren't going to request that. The loudest people aren't.
if you're in
gonna
a
request
ship in
that.
the middle of the ocean heading to Antarctica, but you want to go to Europe, don't you think the crew has a right to say we need to get that guy tested?
Yeah,
'Cause
we'll look for that when we come back.
I got it. So
got
we'll
it right
do
now?
it when we come back.
When we come back, we'll show you that. We'll get into that. We've also got a lot of information to get into when it comes to the whole situation. We've got a lieutenant governor of our state who was at a service just breaking down the problem with the whole transgender situation and what he calls evil with kids. This is the lieutenant governor of a state, African-American man, just going to, and everybody in his service is standing and cheering him.
Well, the African American churches are also having these things. If you go online, you can see these preachers saying this is the devil. We don't know nowhere other two ways to put it. Do not have this stuff in our schools, and they keep people. You
and
guys,
it seems
someone
like as if it's the
keeps sending them to me.
African-American churches and community who are driving most of the outrage against it, if you disagree with it.
Yeah, it's a very interesting. It's hard to talk about because you don't want to feel like you're slamming someone, but at the same time, you don't want your schools to turn into this weird broth of garbage.
We'll tell you why the Mississippi. Did you know Mississippi River is an endangered river now?
Is it really?
And we'll tell you how much
You can walk
drinking
across
water
it.
that
You can actually walk
supplies.
across it. Yeah, no water in it.
We'll get into all of it. There is a lot to get into. We'll break it all down. You'll listen to the fastest 2 hours of morning talk radio. Eric Johnson, Chris Knight, Angela Sharp, and Vic Faust of Fox 2. Back with more right after this.
Edge morning traffic.
Still big delays for 70 eastbound drivers heading out of Forestdale over to the 6470 split in Winsville from an accident there. And a new accident westbound I-70 just before Mid-Rivers Mall Drive, blocking several of the right lanes. 270 northbound is slow go from Gravway up through Manchester. And then still slow moving, 6440 eastbound from the Frontenac area over to Big Bend and Richmond Heights. I'm Fox 2's Molly Rose. That's your Edge Morning Traffic.
The Edge Morning Show. Back in a moment.
My daughter used to be a shining star. I would tell her, there's nothing you can't do. Now, it's like living with a stranger. It happens so fast. Centerpoint Hospital, real help for addiction and hope for a bright future.
If a young person dear to you is facing substance use, the Changing Point at Centerpoint Hospital now offers adolescent treatment solutions with detox, 4-week residential, and outpatient treatment. The Changing Point for Adolescents at Centerpoint Hospital. Hope for a bright future.
Hey, it's Shanny from the Legendary Lunch, and if you're hiring somebody to come in and do a project for you or your business, you need to trust them. And trust is built. Well, that's what Concrete Bob and everybody over at Concrete Masters does every day. They build trust, and they do it with quality work. And it shows in their porches and patios, the driveways and walkways they pour, the garages. Whether it's commercial or residential, Concrete Masters does it all. For new projects to tear out and replacement, if it's flat, Concrete Masters makes it great. So if you've got an upcoming concrete project and you don't call Concrete Masters, well, it's your own fault. Call them today, Concrete Masters, 314-486-0926. Tell them you want to speak to Concrete Bob and plan your next project today. 314-486-0926. It's Concrete Masters.
The Edge Morning Show is coming right back.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
People's Bank and Trust is helping you get a grip on your finances with our new mobile banking service. You can now manage your accounts, check balances, transfer funds, and pay bills all from the palm of your hand. Visit us online at www.pbtc.net for more information and to start using mobile banking. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
If you want the best, don't settle for the rest. Come to F&S. F&S Collision Repair provides the best customer service, quality of work, paint color match, and paintless dent repair. They do it all. No job too big or too small. Just what your car or truck ordered. F&S Collision. Call today to schedule your appointment and get that car repaired. F&S Collision Repair.
You work from home, and now home can be anywhere you want with an RV from Bill Thomas Camper Sales. RV travel is the ultimate social distancing for your family, and you know what you have with you and where it's been. For 55 years locally, family-owned, Bill Thomas Camper Sales has had the highest quality for every budget, and they have guidelines in place for your safe shopping experience. Travel in comfort and safety with a visit to Bill Thomas Camper Sales in Wentzville. For details, hours, and directions, go to btcamper.com.
You're always up for some fun with the family, so you order the essentials, a new board game, some baking supplies, and even a new projector for outdoor movie night. And with the Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, you can choose to earn 3% cash back on online shopping, which could increase to up to 5.25% as a preferred rewards member. Rewards which you can put toward an extra treat that everyone will enjoy, like an old-fashioned popcorn machine. Visit bankofamerica.com/more rewarding and apply now. Copyright 2021 Bank of America Corporation.
Now another hour of the Edge Morning Show on KFNS Troy St. Charles. The Edge Morning Show.
Viper weather with legendary chief meteorologist Dave Murray.
Hi, this is Viper meteorologist Dave Murray on this Tuesday. A cold start out there, partly to mostly sunny skies, and it's another cool day for this time of year. 55 for the high. Tonight, lots of clouds move in fairly quickly, 45 for the overnight low. Wednesday, clouds dominate, certainly mostly cloudy skies with periods of showers and a couple of non-severe thunderstorms. Windy on Wednesday, 62. Thursday, partly sunny, mainly a dry day, but there's a chance of a spot thunderstorm as we start to warm up and the humidity rises. 72 on Thursday. Friday, partly sunny, maybe a spot thunderstorm, and close to 80 degrees. So still cool right through Wednesday, and then we start to get back to springtime. From the Viper Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Dave Murray. Now back to the Edge on 100.7, The Viper.
Whipper River Electric, a Touchstone Energy cooperative. The Edge Morning Show.
Local headlines now with Fox 2's Vic Faust.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Time for your news and sports headlines at 9:03 on this Tuesday, April 19th. Deerbergs is breaking ground at the old Crestwood Mall. It is the first new construction on that site in forever and ever and ever and ever. There's finally sign of life in Crestwood, believe it or not. It's part of the 47-acre development. They'll have businesses, single-family homes, and an outdoor plaza. It's supposed to take about 2 years before we start to see everything kind of get complete. So finally, signs of life at the old Crestwood Mall. It's also opening day at FanDuel Horse Racing. 97th season already, if you can believe that. Time has gone very fast. Subject we'll try to get into if we have time today, but the Mississippi River has landed on the endangered rivers list, unfortunately, because of how dirty it is. Yeah, and it's kind of a serious thing because...
Are you talking about the party barges?
According to the National Park Service, between 18 and 20 million Americans rely on the Mississippi water for drinking water. They're calling on the federal government to start to fund restoration efforts because the water is so bad that they're not going to be able to continue to clean it.
That's not good.
Yeah, that's not good at all. In sports, the Cardinals get back to action tonight. They're in Miami for a series with the Miami Marlins. First pitch, 5:40. A little bit of a different time tonight, 5:40. Also, the Blues back in action after a day off tonight at home. Put that 9-game winning streak on the line as they host the Bruins at 7 p.m. And also... Travis Ford, SLU basketball coach, called Yuri Collins the best point guard in America. You can thank the NIL now. He's transferring from SLU. Word is he's headed to Tennessee. Reports for about $200,000.
What?
Oh, yeah. Those are not confirmed, but that's what we're hearing. That's Look at Your Morning News and Sports. I'm Vic Faust.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
It's your birthday.
It's your birthday. That's right, I serve you cake. I'm Peggy. Pull your leggy. Happy birthday.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Go.
Kate Hudson is 43. James Franco is 44. Jesse James is 53. Ashley Judd, 54. And Suge Knight, 57. Happy birthday to all our famous friends.
The Edge Morning Show.
There you go. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Fastest 2 hours of morning talk radio. An hour done already. Eric Johnson's here. Chris Knight, Angela Sharp. I'm Vic Faust of Fox 2. Those are some good birthdays. They were fast birthdays today, but those were good.
I was
like speed
I
reading.
was told do them in 25 seconds, so
Dan,
I went through them.
you did them in 8.
You didn't time it very well. Still had 15 seconds.
You did
to
it
go.
in 8 seconds.
Man.
She's fast.
Before I could even say, I know that one, it was
Shut
over.
up.
I knew you knew most of them.
Those were good birthdays
Yeah.
today.
You know it's hockey season because Chris is going to start buying up booth time, club seat time, because the Cardinals, the Blues are in the playoff hunt. So when you know the Blues are doing good when Chris starts buying up club seats.
Okay, let's. Michelle, I hope we explained it. Michelle said, "Wow, who ticked Angela off?"
She's not bad. I was told do it in 25 seconds, so I went through them. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, that was fast.
There you go.
Here we go.
Okay, we won't do those in 25 seconds anymore, right, Chris?
I don't think Chris likes the birthdays.
I like to savor this.
I don't think Chris likes the
You literally
birthdays.
just shoved a steak down my mouth. I
couldn't even taste it.
Kind of no wine
I was
with
told
it.
25 seconds and I had
That
a
was
bunch
just
to get
today,
through.
right, Chris?
No potatoes.
Hopefully that was just today.
Come on, man.
All right.
He
Do it or
doesn't
don't
like
do it at all.
birthdays. Birthdays bother him.
All right, Chris, did you say that you had gotten video pulled up?
4?
Yeah,
for,
you did.
For the bunny rabbit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
Do you
forget
really
already?
want to see this?
I don't know. Eric was talking
Well, you saw
about
it.
it.
If you didn't see it, it's not worth your
I
time
don't know
right
if
now.
it's gonna translate
It's not
to
worth your time.
radio.
It won't.
Oh, yeah.
It won't. And people that are listening on radio, you've probably seen already. The bunny, the Easter bunny, he looks like a mascot Easter bunny, blah, blah, blah. Joe
Well,
Biden
what other kind of Easter bunny would you see?
Well, a real one? I don't know.
Glenn says Angela sounded like she had a panic attack.
I was told 25 seconds, so I ran through that birthday
She could
list.
literally run an auction. She literally could run an
Hayden
auction.
Christensen from the Luke Skywalker
Star
guy.
Wars movies.
He also had a birthday, but
Look,
25 seconds, I didn't know if I could get him in.
I mean, let me ask you this. Do we have...
You can't count to 25 very well.
I just didn't want to take all the time because
why?
you said 25 seconds, so I'm going to go through them.
Why wouldn't you take all
Boom,
25
boom, boom.
seconds?
Because you said pick a few, and I didn't want to pick a few.
In Angela's defense, you didn't...
Well, you end up doing that.
I did all of them except for the Hayden guy. Who knows?
This
him?
is kind of your fault, Chris.
True.
You didn't
That's all
produce
right.
the segment very well. You didn't say, look, I'm going to
That's-
count you down from 5 and
All
start
right, here
the
we
rap.
go. Here's the bunny rabbit.
Here it is.
Okay, so what we're doing is for our Facebook viewers, you can see this was from the same day, Sunday. Joe Biden is doing a press, kind of walking out, and he gets asked a question. And we'll try to.
Yeah, God forbid there's press.
Eric, why don't, since you've seen this before, why don't you give play
Well,
by
it's
play on
like this. Okay, so the backyard is basically a wash with kids. Hold on.
There we go.
So it's not very. It's a little underwhelming when you watch it unless you know what's going
There it
on.
So Biden has asked a question about Afghanistan
Okay,
and Pakistan.
so God forbid the media is back there asking him pertinent questions like, I'm glad you're having fun, Mr. President, but can you answer this question on Pakistan and Afghanistan real fast? And so he goes up there because he's been a politician for 50 years, and of course he tries to do it, but, and here's the but, Angela, because everybody loves a good but. The people who are taking care of him in the office see this going down, and they know him much better than we do. And they might even know what cognitive deficiencies he actually has. We don't know. And so he runs over in the bunny suit and he goes, Mr. President, don't do that. But the worst part of the video is that he capitulates real fast. Like someone told him, if someone comes over to you, you walk away. Do you understand what I'm saying, Mr. President? Oh, yeah, I do. Absolutely. If I come over and make you stop talking, you just turn and walk.
Well, we showed the video, Pam. I know you say you don't see it. Chris showed
Well, I think I messed up. Here you go.
it. Okay, we'll try it again.
Yeah, we'll just show it to you.
He gets asked the question about foreign affairs. A bunny jumps up and is like, no. And then he takes off.
Oh, there's the bunny.
But we're not hearing the sound, Chris.
There is no sound. It's just people talking in the background.
Okay.
So that's not what I thought we were talking
Yeah,
about. I
never.
thought we were talking about when Jill and Joe Biden were
Well, that's
on-
another one.
They were on the balcony with two bunnies.
Well, that's a third one.
An adult bunny, like a boy bunny and a girl bunny, and they're like waving to people.
Melissa
And-
says that was Jen Psaki in the suit.
And she says,
Might have been.
Jill says to him, just wave, just wave.
Oh,
Just wait.
So it was a girl bunny and a boy bunny?
Well, they're on either side.
That doesn't seem very politically correct. Maybe it's a they bunny and a they bunny.
Did anybody hear what President Biden said about Elon Musk? I didn't know that he had said something.
I didn't either. What did he say?
I don't
Hold
know.
on
Michelle,
while I Google it.
Michelle says, did I miss what he said about Elon? So I don't know. In the midst of that, Alan says the worst part is when the bunny runs over, he jumps and looks scared at first. Like you said, it's like, unfortunately, he doesn't think you should do that.
And he doesn't even make reference to the bunny. He knows that he is screwed up at this point. He's talking out of turn, and he's talking about something very important, very, very important.
Mark
Foreign
Drew
affairs.
says, but this is the other side because there's always another side. Says the bunny was just saying it was time to go talk to the kids.
Yeah, I bet he was.
The damn Easter Bunny is interrupting the president of the United States? What the? I need to be over here for a second and cool down. I'll be back.
Oh, Michelle was talking about Joe Rogan. Yeah, I did hear Joe backs Elon, but there's no surprise there.
Oh, never mind. I won't Google that.
Yeah, it was Joe. Joe
That'll bore
Rogan
me.
was supporting him.
That will bore me.
So the new thing with Elon is this. Is they did the poison pill, which they're going to intentionally make their shares go down so more people can buy them. Well, Elon is like, okay, that's awesome. Cool. I'll go get investors who are like-minded with myself, and we will start this. We'll get the ball really rolling on this thing, and we're going to go directly to the shareholders. We're going to bypass your board. As a matter of fact, Angela, the board of directors makes on average $300,000 a piece.
Correct.
He said to the shareholders, if you accept this offer, I'll come in there and get rid of their salary.
Correct. Bingo. And that's why Twitter board is against him.
You think?
That's why some employees
they don't own any
against
shares
because he said I'll get rid of the salaries. And what?
Yes.
What?
Which, by the way,
and shareholders would be all over it.
A good board of directors doesn't even take a salary.
Correct.
A good board of directors donates their salary to charities, basically. And that's not what's going on here. These guys are being paid as social warriors of a social company. And Elon's saying, you know what, I'm going to go get a few friends. We'll be back.
Yeah, I don't think he's talking BS. I disagree with what we heard there. Glenn even said, and I did hear this, that Jack Dorsey's even supporting Musk right now.
That is correct. That's correct.
So I know
dysfunctional
people, I know people hate Trump so much that they don't want Musk to buy Twitter because they're afraid that Trump will get access to Twitter again. That's what it breaks down to.
This is just the front door. They're already scuttlebutt about him doing this to other social media companies. So this is the beginning. Do you think that
everybody should have a right to fair speech, and you don't get it on Twitter? And screw the private company BS. I'm sorry, I'm speaking from my journalism side, where I believe everybody should have a voice.
They're all
it should not be so divisive. When you're blocking people out, that's a problem. And when you're supporting the blocking of people out because they don't agree with your opinion, that's a problem. You can't have that in a civilized society. There's no freedom in that. And that is just the beginning of a lot of problems. And I'm sorry if you back that, but that is insane.
Let me try with my limited mental capacity to try to see it from the other side. And let's see how I feel about this. Let's say that conservative media ruled the world, but the number one was Fox News. And Murdoch's doing a great job, and his ratings are through the roof. And all of a sudden, dun, 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 here comes George Soros to buy Fox News. And we all know what George is going to do if he buys Fox News. He's going to turn it into MSNBC, basically, right? He's going to get rid of all the conservative stuff. Would we not feel as conservatives, or if you're an independent or whatever, like, this is bad news. This is not good. We are really in a lot of trouble. You have to do it from that point of view to actually understand how they're thinking, Vic. It's not that they're into... They call it's free speech if it's free speech that they agree with. That's free speech.
Mm-hmm.
But the key to free speech, and this is what Elon said, he goes, you need to listen to voices that you don't agree with and allow them to make their voices heard. That's free speech. Even if I don't like you, I have to be able to listen to you. So that's what's going on here. He's literally thrown a monkey wrench into this entire thing already. Even if nothing happens from this point forward, Twitter is screwed. They are just screwed, man.
If they're not purchased, I feel that they are.
Well, they're going to turn into MySpace, and it will probably happen after the election, I would imagine.
I disagree.
Yes, they will, because you know why? Can I tell you why?
It's going to take a lot longer than that, Eric.
Can I tell you why?
Yeah, please.
Because there are going to be other platforms that come out eventually, and there'll be other voices.
You just said eventually.
Well, I don't know when.
Twitter's not going to go away by November, Eric.
Maybe not by November, but they're not.
It's too large, man.
But Vic, they're not talking to the masses anymore. So Twitter doesn't really speak to as many people as you think they are. But what they do is they drive the news conversation. They're the ones that drive the wokeness. So if you get on Twitter, you can drive these woke messages, and they kind of permeate in the society.
No, some do, but as I've told you already, Twitter is not just used for that. It's used for a variety of things.
What's it used for, except for, recruiting kids? from football camp.
Recruiting kids. It's used for all kinds of sports news. It's used for weather news. It's not just the specific Washington politics.
Yeah, but I don't think that
it's not going anywhere by November, man.
Man, I don't know. Do you think a guy that launches cars into space is going to just quit doing this?
There would be more chance of Musk buying it and it exploding even more so than it going underneath.
Or what about Musk buying it and saying
it's too big.
All of the algorithms are gone, have fun? What if it was Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory opening up Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? Do you think people wouldn't walk right through the gates and start licking the walls and eating all the candy? Come on, man. You know that. you know.
By the way, that was so gross. That's the movie. You probably never saw it.
Angela, it was way back in the day. Way before you were born.
I saw the Johnny Depp version.
Like 200 years before you were born.
I saw the Johnny Depp version.
You could lick the snozberries. Hello. Remember that?
Yeah, I do. It kind of. I saw that movie when I was really, really, really young, and it kind of freaked me out.
There was only one part that freaked me out, and that was when they were floating into the fan. That was do you know what I'm talking about? They drank the soda.
Woo!
Yeah, and they went into. I was like, that is scary as hell. First of all, I'm afraid of heights. Second of all, I don't want to be chopped up.
They had to belch to bring themselves back down.
Yes, exactly.
Of course, I remember.
And I always wondered what family all slept in the same bed in the same room.
Oh my God.
Anyway, back to COVID.
Yeah, back to COVID. Yeah, no, there is no COVID.
All right, that's all I'm saying. Look, this whole Elon Musk thing is he's having a blast today. He's having a blast today. Elon Musk is going to buy Twitter, whether he buys it or not. He's already bought the entire message. So. Do you get on Twitter at all?
Can I say something about the bunnies?
Hold on. Do you get on Twitter at all? Are you a Twitter person?
I'm on Twitter. I don't tweet that much.
Why not?
I used to tweet a lot, but I don't
You're a
tweet
damn
anymore.
media person. Why the hell don't you want to get your...
That's why I have a Twitter, but I don't tweet that much. I use Instagram and Instagram stories more than I use anything else.
Instagram stories? I don't even know what that is.
Instagram stories are the ones that are only on there for 24 hours, and if you click on my little face, it'll show. If you want to know what I'm doing any minute of any day, go to Instagram stories.
Wow.
I will pretty much put where I'm at. Like Easter, everybody knew where I was at. I was at that car show and then that car show.
Okay.
And then my Easter egg hunt.
The only thing I use on Facebook anymore, Vic, is the Reels. I just go there to see the Reels.
Eric, there's so much right now with social media to try to keep in contact with people. We're getting spread very, very, very thin, just like a lot of things in society. 20 years ago, we didn't have that many choices. Now we've got choices galore, and it's insane trying to keep up with everything. Yeah. If you're going to get into that.
I don't know that social media is such a thing anymore, man. I really don't.
What?
I don't.
It has to be a thing.
I don't know,
Eric.
Because, like you said,
it's
so diluted.
It's
so diluted now.
Fame and fortune
Eric,
and
it's diluted.
Influencers and people are making their literal living on these social media sites.
You're probably right, but when I ask the millennials, the Z's as you would call them, they don't even. They bring up
millennials and Z's are
two different
groups.
Very different groups.
They don't. They say they are on social media, but they bring up things I've never even heard of these days. I mean, I'm like, what is that? I'll tell you what. I'll do a whole paper for you on stuff that I've never heard of.
No, they're on Snapchat and they're on TikTok and Instagram.
TikTok for sure. What?
I don't like.
I don't know what Snapchat is.
Snapchat is for naked photos or drugs. If you ask me.
No, that's the worst part of it.
Wow. Welcome to. Never mind.
No, but if you talk,
I'm just saying,
if you talk to high schoolers right now or freshmen, they'll talk about Snap. They will. They'll talk about Snap.
Okay.
You got your Snap. You got your Snap. That's what it's about.
And another thing about all the nakeds, and my mommy won't see them later.
Oh, okay. So. See, you learn something new on this show every single day. I just don't know, man. To me, it seems like people are trying to get back to face time.
No, oh my God.
People
at Delmar Gardens, yeah. Yeah, they
and don't get me wrong. When I don't have my
you
phone
guys all
with
get
me,
brought
I
into your conference room.
Yeah.
You eat your pudding together, and then you go back out. You get on your bus and you go to bingo.
You tour bus or on the bingo bus.
You go to happy hour maybe somewhere. You go get ice cream. You go to the park for a walk.
How awesome does that life sound?
Yeah. Eric,
What's wrong with you?
Eric,
I
oh
can
my
make
God.
a fortune.
Eric, that is
Delmar
that
Gardens
is not in
Jr.
touch with
coming
the rest.
soon.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying that's not what society is doing.
Angela, you would get a room at Delmar Gardens Jr. if I
Don't
had
get
it
me
put
wrong.
together.
The days that like we do something and I'm not allowed to bring my phone, and so then you're out after the thing you've done and you weren't allowed to bring your phone. I do enjoy that. I do enjoy.
Yes.
I think
being
all
disconnected.
of us at some point love to be
Right.
disconnected.
They
Dude, it's the
But
most
for the most part,
fantastic
you
thing
need
ever.
to have
It is.
Yeah.
It's liberating. It's freeing. There are people
And
that
then
get
there
it.
comes that time you're like, oh crap, I got to have my phone.
Like when?
Like
never.
very
You
soon.
Why? Does
your
it make you
life
feel
is-
anxious?
No, because at points, yes, because your life is on your phone.
Not mine.
Gotta
I'm trying
call
to.
your Uber. You
I'm
can't
trying
call
to.
your Uber without your phone.
I'm trying to decouple. As a matter of fact, I was even thinking, because I have in my house, I have 2 phones that attach to the wall. I was thinking, man, I wonder if I can still use these and just get on the phone when I'm in the house.
Just don't sleep on what younger generation is doing because they're not.
I'm not sleeping on them.
They're not
I
giving
always
up
question.
they're not giving up social media. If anything, they're more into it than ever, Eric.
Yeah, but is a 20-year-old into Twitter?
No.
Seriously, I mean,
no, I already told you what they're into.
Okay,
they're
then.
into TikTok and Snap. I've already told you
Man,
this.
I feel like my dad is just attacking me right now.
I know,
Jeez.
man, because you're not listening. I feel like I'm talking to my toddler.
Okay, then. Tell me to go clean my room. All right, back to COVID.
Yay, back to COVID.
Please go clean your room and bring your dirty clothes downstairs. And when you're done with some dishes, if it's just food that dries up hard, like just wash it off, put it in the sink or put it in a dishwasher.
Fine.
It's pretty simple.
And you're grounded.
And if you're not going to eat all your pudding, your tapioca pudding, just please put it in the trash can. Don't just leave it out.
And don't spike it with vodka anymore.
I see what kind of kid you were.
You know that's right.
So there we are. Yeah. With that being said, Eric, you're being told not to live in the Stone Age anymore. Yes, we need to get back outside, and kids need to be fishing. Things. I mean, these are all just comments from the Facebook line. You're listening to The Edge. Of course, you can jump in on the Facebook line on Facebook, 100.7 The Viper. As always, share the show. If you didn't know by now,
Can I say something about the bunny?
you can let people
'Cause
know.
This has been irritating me.
Yeah.
ViperRex.com. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so as a person who has worked with costume characters for a great majority of my adult life, usually it's the human telling the costume character, it's time to go, we need to move over here.
Oh.
It's not usually the costume character telling the human, because the costume is very
Brutal.
big.
What a great
Brutal.
perspective.
You can't
Brutal.
see through the eyeballs. There's a lot going on in the
Brutal.
costume. So for that costume character to be so aware and move the president so quickly, I found that interesting because usually it's the human moving the costume
And
character.
I'm surprised the Secret Service didn't shoot that bunny. Because
Bunny was hired, probably
because
the
that
bunny was probably Secret Service.
No, the bunny was a messaging director at the White House. So she worked in the media
Are you
department.
sure?
I'm positive. Yes, they know
That's
who
a
it
fact?
was. Yeah, they knew who it was.
No, I thought it was a press girl.
Press girl, media person. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just saying, very interesting to me.
Yeah.
Because usually it's the human moving the costume character.
At this point, you're either like, okay, this is just getting funny, or you're like, this is just sad. At no point are you going, this is a fantastic American president. No one is saying that. Now, people might be saying it is fun that we have an animatronic creature up there that we can control. Whoever's controlling him, we don't know. But he's basically going out there and signing, paperwork that he doesn't know what he's signing. So there's that. You know what I'm talking about.
I know. I'm just trying to follow it all going, oh, my God. Here we are again, almost every day or every public situation that we have.
When Saturday Night Live makes fun of that, that's when you know we've went to an interesting spot. Because Saturday Night Live usually doesn't criticize President Joe Biden that much. But they did the whole ghost.
Well, there was
handshake
one
thing.
more point on this that I was going to bring up. Yesterday, the Washington Post, this is when you know some serious things are going on. The Washington Post put out their list for taking over president in 2024. Top candidates to run for president besides Joe Biden, if he does in fact make it and try to run. Yeah. But I think they're kind of very, very eloquently putting his name in there now. Pete Buttigieg. They put him as the top candidate.
He has no shot.
But this is what the Washington Post did for the Democratic side. And look who they put him ahead of. Kamala Harris.
Kamala has no shot.
And the paragraph of information they put next to her name about how she hasn't helped herself, she's only hurt herself with being one of the lowest ranked vice presidents ever with ratings, along with Joe Biden. I'm going, damn, I could not believe what I was reading. Yeah. And I read a lot, and I pride myself in trying to be up to date on as much as possible. I can't remember a publication like the Washington Post going after Democrats like that and talking about Pete Buttigieg being like your main candidate.
The only Democrat that would have a shot is a Reaganite Democrat or a JFK type Democrat that's not afraid to come in and say, we got to secure our borders. We have to work on taxes. We have to get this country back to, and not be afraid to say union here and there. But the only Democrat that really has a shot moving forward is someone that looks like JFK, that has charisma, that can come in there. Wow. Pete Buttigieg isn't going to have any charisma. He has no wow factor whatsoever. He is basically...
I completely disagree with you.
Wow. Okay, let Angela... she might not even know who Pete Buttigieg is. Do you know who Pete? Can you turn Angela's mic on, Christopher?
I know him.
Oh, you do? He's the guy that looks like...
I know him. I know who
Mad
he is.
Libs.
I know who he
okay.
is. I know who he is.
Do you have any feeling about the guy?
I mean, not really.
What do you mean?
About nothing.
Just the Washington Post has him as the top candidate for the Democratic
I can
Party.
see him being charming.
No.
He's transportation secretary right now.
I can see him being charming. He seems charming.
He took a long...
Ted Cruz whoop his ass?
He took a longer maternity break than most women do. Did you know that?
Well, I mean, paternity leave is a real thing now.
How are women going to feel about that? That this guy got a more...
Paternity leave is a thing.
That's
now.
not the point. Paternity thing has always been a thing.
Yeah. Women are going to decide all elections moving forward for the next 2 or 3 years.
Basically, you're saying women are tougher than him is what you're saying.
Yeah. Women are not happy. The Ladue women, the Chesterfield women, the St. Charles women,
some women
are
are able
not
to take just as
happy
long
about
as
this.
a break as he did. It's all about what your job pays for.
Yes,
and allows.
Aaron, you're right.
Yep.
Aaron's right. Thank you.
What are you talking about?
It was O'Rourke. Ted Cruz.
Beto.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, okay, we got to take a quick break.
We do?
Yes, we do, Chris. We're way past break.
Ah.
I think you're out having a
I don't think the boss
chat.
care, do
I
you?
could have taken the break. You could have just told me. It was
That's
break
all right. No,
time.
Chris said we would do it about 9:27.
I could have pressed that little button.
Hey, when we come back, you got to hear Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson go after, and this is because it's very interesting. He's an African American man going after the transgender push in America right now. Very, very fascinating to hear him do this. But anyway, and all of his church and everybody else going after him, backing him. We'll be right back with more Edge right after this.
Grab your coffee. The Morning Edge will be right back on 100.7 The Viper.
Look, staying healthy isn't easy. Watching your diet, hitting the gym, avoiding stress. But a good night's rest helps boost your overall health and wellness. And it couldn't be easier. The new Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed is the only bed that effortlessly adjusts and responds to both of you. The result? You wake up ready for anything. Proven quality sleep is life-changing sleep. Don't miss our weekend special. The new Queen Sleep Number 360 C2 Smart Bed is only $8.99, plus special financing. Ends Monday. Special financing subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
Get a grip on your finances with People's Bank and Trust's new mobile banking service. You can now manage your accounts, check balances, transfer funds, and pay bills with ease and all from the palm of your hand. Activate your phone today by visiting us online at www.pbtc.net. People's Bank and Trust. Hometown banking the way it should be. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, it's Shanny from Mascots Bar and Grill, and I'll tell you what, if you're looking for a place to watch the game with friends, Cardinals, Blues, whatever, it's Mascots Bar and Grill. If you're looking for a place for happy hour, it's Mascots Bar and Grill. Heck, grab some friends, get a table, and play rock and roll bingo every night and twice on Saturdays at Mascots Bar and Grill. You can win some great prizes. Seriously, great prizes at Mascots for playing rock and roll bingo. and it's absolutely free to play. Wednesday night is ladies' night, and you won't believe the specials they have going on there. Come by for lunch. They're the home of the legendary lunch special. You go tell them you're FOS, you're a friend of Shanny's, and you want that big old burger and fries for just $5, and they're going to give it to you fresh and hot, just the way you ordered it, and it's so delicious, and you don't have to do the dishes. If you go once, you will go again and again. Mascot's Bar and Grill, home of the legendary lunch special.
Hi, my name is Takia, and a little thing that I love about the Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich is when I take a bite, it's the perfect blend from the bacon to the cheese. It's perfection.
Hey, I'm Katora, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A mac and cheese is it kind of melts in your mouth, so you know it's creamy, cheesy, and delicious. This gooey mac makes me cheese every time.
Order dinner delivered on the Chick-fil-A app today. Delivery fee and other restrictions apply. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Midnight Auto Supply in St. Peter's carries a full line of automotive parts and paints. They're a PPG Platinum distributor of automotive paint and industrial coatings and auto body shop supplies. For over 40 years, your hometown auto parts store is Midnight Auto. Stop in at Midnight Auto Supply in St. Peter's, just off Mexico Road, 447-4000, 447-4000, on the web at mid-niteautosupply.com.
It's not just a car show, it's Wings and Wheels. Salt River Automotive presents the first ever Wings and Wheels Fly In and Cruise In Car and Plane Show. Come to Smartfield in Portage de Sioux on April 23rd from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Free to register and free to attend. Food and drinks for purchase, and you can buy helicopter and plane rides. Come on out to the first ever Wings and Wheels Show on April 23rd. Check out Salt River Automotive on Facebook for more info.
At Locke's Family Hair Salon in St. Peter's, the emphasis is on family. Women, men, and children's styles to make everyone look amazing. And they have their new line of Locke's shampoo and conditioner, just for Locke's clients. For cuts, color, perms, and more. Come in for Brazilian blowouts, face waxing, makeup, and hair extensions too. On Mexico Road in St. Peter's by Smoothie King. For directions and appointment information, go to loxfamilyhairsalon.com. Locke's Family Hair Salon, where family is everything.
Now, back to the Edge Morning Show.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. It is The Edge. Eric Johnson, Chris Knight. Angela Sharp is dancing. She's got her jacket off now. She is rocking and rolling. I'm Vic Faust. Appreciate you jumping in for this little show we have called The Edge, the fastest 2 hours of morning talk radio. Glad you're with us today. Happy Tuesday. The week going by fast. Enjoy the sunshine while we have it, because it's not going to be around for a very long time. One thing that was subject that we talked about yesterday, and I went back yesterday and I was like, oh my God, I got sent this video of Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson from North Carolina, former Army veteran as well, in church talking and trying to put his speech. He's an African-American, trying to figure out what is going on. And he has higher ambitions as well, not just lieutenant governor, but possibly governor, possibly something else bigger. This was him speaking to his church regarding what he sees happening in America when it comes to the transgender movement. It's very interesting whether you agree or disagree, because he is so outspoken against it. This is Lieutenant Governor, African-American Mark Robinson from North Carolina. Chris, just let me know when we're ready.
It's time for grown-ups and time for Christians to start standing up and being unafraid to tell the truth. Come after me if you want to. I don't care. You want my head? Here it is right here. Come on, come get it. I don't care, because it's time for us to stand up. Now, I'm not afraid to stand up and tell the truth about that issue. They're dragging our kids down into the pit of hell, trying to teach them that mess in our schools. Tell you like this, that ain't got no place at no school. 2 plus 2 don't equal transgender. It equals 4. You need to get back to teaching them how to read instead of teaching them how to go to hell.
Heard that yesterday.
Lieutenant Governor Mark Rob, the second highest ranking public official in the state of North Carolina, African American, former Army guy, Republican, speaking to his church congregation where he had 100, I mean, look at 100% of people supporting him. It's not that often that you're going to hear a politician in this day and age, especially an African American, speaking with that kind of
they've had enough
passion.
They've had enough. It's all right.
Well, he has, not everybody.
Everybody has, Vic. Everybody has. People are just done being looked at as a number in a political war. The African American community has always been like, this is a safe vote for us. We don't have to do anything. We were just talking about it off the air. This is a safe vote for us. I think the African American community is like, no. We're not so safe anymore. You have to work for us. Same with the Hispanic community. They're like, we're not a safe voter block for you guys. We're conservatives and we vote for you for social reasons, but we don't think that any of this is right. You got to work for these people from now on. A lot of this stuff is going to backfire on them big time. It is.
That's just the first that I've seen that strong in the African American community that's gone national.
You don't think they believe this?
No, I'm just saying it's not a matter of not believing. That's the first I've seen somebody with an official, a guy he's the lieutenant governor of North Carolina, an African American speaking that impassioned about transgender people, transgender topics.
Look, Angela's slumping her head over there. I feel sorry for Angela. She's like, I don't like to talk about this topic. I don't like about this topic.
That doesn't mean she doesn't want to talk about it.
I feel sorry for her, man. I feel sorry for her.
Angela, you're not avoiding this.
I'm not avoiding this.
She just doesn't like it. She's like, look, I'd rather go and throw the frisbee outside. Come on, man. So, Angela,
I think I'm a puppy now.
No, not a puppy. Angela, would you rather, if I gave you the choice, and you don't have kids, I
have no kids.
That's fine.
Okay.
But is it okay? Would you rather have a school where they're like, look, we're just not going to touch the transgender stuff? If a kid comes up to you and asks us, we'll send them to the counselor. And yes, of course, we'll have an outreach for them. But when it comes to school, they go to school for 60 minutes of class and they get high-rated education on whatever the topic is. There's no red, white, and blue stuff. It's just an American flag right over the teacher's head like it used to be.
What's the or? Get to the or. You've set up this. I had two options. Option A that you've talked about for 25 minutes. What's option B?
No, this is black and white. There's no gray in here.
You said there is an option A and an option B. What is option B?
I didn't finish option A. I was getting
option
back
A's got an American flag. I heard all about the first one. What's option B?
There we go. Are you ready?
Get to the nuts and bolts of these options.
Okay. Option B is what we called Common Core, which is a really bad math. I don't know if you know about it, so I'll just
I'm well aware of Common
Core math. CRT.
Elementary education is my degree. Keep in mind that.
Common Core math. CRT, where the white kid is the oppressor, the black kid's the oppressed. And number 3 is this transgender thing that this lieutenant governor is talking about, saying, we're done with this. We wanted to get back to teaching kids.
I don't think you can have your options A and options B that clearly, because now there are teachers in the elementary school that are not Mr., Miss, or Mrs. They are mix. So if you have a teacher that is mix, you're going to probably have to address it a little bit. Because kids,
no, it's black and white. There's no gray.
Well, that's not how it is.
You can choose one or the other.
You don't get to choose.
You got to go through one of the doors.
Mix.
So
educate me on
I
that.
happen to know that there's an elementary school in Kirkwood that the teacher doesn't go by Mr. or Miss or Mrs. The teacher goes by mix because.
How are you spell it? Mix.
MX.
Okay.
Mix. And
like
so,
Mix Johnson.
Yeah, sure.
What?
So instead of
this is a new one. You learn something new on this show every day.
Instead of Mr. or Miss or Mrs., it's mix because
I love it.
Pretty sure that particular teacher also goes by they.
Yeah.
That is their pronoun. So they're mixed. Now, when you ask a child, what are your teachers' names? And they go through and they'll go like, Mrs. Smith and Mr. Johnson and Mix. I can't remember what Mix's last name is. And they don't necessarily identify right away, but I think at some point they might be like, well, if Mr. means Mr. and Mrs. means that you're married and Miss means you're not, what does mix mean? At some point you're probably gonna have to address that. I don't think you get a land anymore where you can pick A or B unless it's a private school, and then you might have a little bit of
Michelle
leeway.
says that's the teacher's problem. Jeannie says my kid wouldn't be in that school. Sis says no gray. They don't need labels.
I'm
Glenn
just
says-
asking a pertinent
Glenn
question.
says Kirkwood. That says it all.
I just want you to watch. Hold on a minute. I just want everybody to watch this.
Movement in this country that is demonic and that is full of the spirit of Antichrist. It is the transgender movement. It's time for grown-ups and time for Christians to start standing up and being unafraid to tell the truth. Come after me if you want to. I don't care. You want my head? Here it is right here. Come on, come get it. I don't care because it's time for us to stand up. Now, I'm not afraid to stand up and tell the truth about that issue. They're dragging our kids down into the pit of hell, trying to teach them that mess in our schools. Tell you like this, that ain't got no place at no school. 2 plus 2 don't equal transgender. It equals 4. You need to get back to teaching them how to read instead of teaching them how to go to hell.
There's no one in this room that thinks that anyone's transgender is going to go to hell. Okay, so let's just get past that. I think what we're saying, and this is the black and white to me, Angela, and I love you to death. Man, I think you're a freaking awesome person. But I cannot understand if I just say, here's your black and white. You have a school that says we don't.
I don't think the world can be in black and white anymore.
Then
That's
guess
not
what?
how it works.
Guess what? You have just made the best point for school choice. You have just made the best point to privatize school. Angela Sharp just made the best.
If you want to send your kid to private school, there are plenty of private schools you can send your child to. If you want to send your child
you're
to
missing my
public
point.
school,
You're missing my point.
That is the opportunity
You're missing my
to
point.
interact with all different types of people. And some of those different types of people are going to be transgendered. They're going to use different pronouns. That is kind of one of the cool things about public school is that you get to experience, interact with, live with, learn with all these different types of people. That is one of the main reasons some people go and start in a private school and like, no, please send me to public high school because I want to experience other types
You're
of people.
100% wrong on that, though.
But
I
some
followed
peop-
you all the way.
Some people do that,
Because
though.
and then some people also go to private school to experience
For sure.
all kinds.
But there's plenty of private schools for you to go to. You don't need to come messing around
Eric's
with public school.
Eric's talking about. He's talking about school choice.
Yeah, well,
I'm talking
not
about
private.
competing with the rest of the world and advanced mathematics and advanced education.
Yes.
And we have to graduate. And this is a damn shame. We have to educate kids that can't even read. Seriously.
Have you ever been through a drive-through?
I have.
Yeah.
Have you ever experienced giving somebody a $5 bill to pay for food?
It happened to me at Chinook the other day, actually.
They look at you, and it's for you give them $5.20.
She asked me how much she got.
And the bill's $4.20. So you want $1 back, right? You don't want the change.
Here we go. Bring the high heat, Chris.
And she asked, what
and
am I supposed to do with
she looks at you
this?
like you're from outer space, like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this 20 cents?
That happened to me at Chinooks. She goes, well,
Our
you
kids,
gave me too much.
That's Eric's point.
I guarantee you, our kids right now in public school, if you went to 50%, I would say 50% of our kids right now in public schools
Scott would like you to get rid of me.
could not balance a checkbook.
I agree.
I guarantee
What Angela explained is what you get in public schools, whether it's a good thing, bad thing, however you feel. What Eric says is correct as well. It's like we're trying to educate people on basic school. The last thing you need to do, especially at the younger age, is have to be dealing with sex issues at younger ages when you don't even deal with that with the normal sex ages.
I'm going to one up you. Everyone in this room should know what the contributing factor from FDR was, the president of the United States during the time of World War II. Everyone in this room should be able to go, okay, I can tell you exactly why he was important and why people think he's the best. Can you do it?
I cannot, but I can tell you I also did not take a social studies class when I was in school because social studies also fell into a different category. So you could take other things that
It's
counted
history.
towards
It's
that.
not even social studies. It's history.
Well, history, social studies, those are the same thing. But that was also underneath the same umbrella of a couple other classes. Law, I took law. Psychology, I took that. So I could have taken those instead of those.
Well, the reason that it's important is that every generation we give every generation the right to own our history. We literally say, kids, this is where we came from. This is why it's important not to make these mistakes. We give you the box. Please move it forward. And if we give the kids of this generation the box and they don't even know what's in the damn box, they're going to make up their own damn history.
I'm not saying that we don't need to teach better, but everybody on this thing who's spelling my name inappropriately, you also don't have a clue, Lisa, because my name's got 2 L's in it. Let's learn that if we're going to be rude. What I do know is I went to school for elementary education. My degree's in elementary education with a specialty in special ed. So I know,
but you know psychology
what
then.
The public school, what we're teaching the teachers to teach in public school. And part of that, like I said yesterday, was trying to help these children feel accepted no matter where they fit.
Okay, but you understand also programming of small children. You understand
that.
That.
It's a weird fine line you got to walk.
It's not weird. It's not weird.
It's a fine line.
Because
if a kid comes to you and says, I am now not George, I am Georgiana, or whatever, you have to deal with that.
Agreed. But there's no place for transgendered studies at an ice cream place. The place when you go to get ice cream, when you go to an ice cream store, you just want the damn scoop of vanilla. And you want the waffle cone,
That's
and you
not how
pay,
it works
and
in
you
school.
walk out.
Yeah.
Now you go to school, and you go, kids, sit down. We're going to learn about Franklin Delano Roosevelt. We're going to talk about that for the next hour. I'm not talking about anything else. I'm going to tell you why he was important, and you will remember this for the rest of your life. If you have a transgendered question, there is a counselor right down the hall. Please knock on his door. He's going to love to talk to you. He has all kinds of pamphlets for you. But that's not my job. My job as a teacher.
But that's not how it works, especially in public school.
It needs to work that way. It
more
needs to work that way.
There are some kids that would not get to eat if it wasn't for public school and that food that they get beforehand. That is a fact.
Why is that, though? Why is that?
That is a fact because they are so far below that poverty line that they don't have enough food at home and they would go hungry.
But why are they below that poverty line?
That's a whole nother. That's a whole nother
different
subject.
issue. Public school does so much
But
more
it's
than
not a
just
whole
here's 1 + 1 is 2 and 3
It needs
+
to
3
be
is
that.
6.
It needs to be that.
It might
It
be a
needs to
whole
be that.
different issue, but one thing leads to another. Why are they below that poverty issue? Why?
Okay. There's about 5 or 6 things going on right here. I mean,
I think it's a complete social disservice.
I'm just going to say this for the record, and I've said it many, many times. The best thing for me is do not give these teachers a raise in the state of Missouri. I am not happy with it. I don't think they deserve it. I don't. I honestly do not think they deserve it.
Chris, Missouri.
Jobs.
I know, but there's this is good stuff. We may have to bring this over till tomorrow. Missouri has the lowest paid teachers in the country.
You deserve to have the lowest pay.
Why?
When you're going to accept transgender.
Okay, but that's not all the teachers. We're generalizing.
You know what? You're a part of the union, aren't you?
But you have to be in the union to be a teacher.
You have to be in the union to be a teacher. A teacher has to follow the school.
That's what I've been told.
That is not true.
And
that is not true.
That's what I've been told.
That is not true.
And that you don't, and that if you weren't, you were totally screwed over. You wouldn't have a job. But that's a whole nother issue.
I'm just telling you, I know teachers right now that catch 2 kinds of hell that are not in the union.
Look,
and they're school teachers. And you know one of them that was here just not too long ago that did a commercial. And that is not true.
But that's why. But just like Donna says, Chris, not all teachers believe that. I'm sorry. That's why you can't generalize. You can't generalize.
I'm generalizing.
I think what he's doing
when you're the minority, you have zero power, Chris.
Look, it's like this.
Again, we can't just say you don't like your job, quit it, and go find a different one. Some people have a passion for teaching.
I asked Angela this. Here you go. And now we got time, Vic, so don't worry about the clock so much.
We got 3 minutes.
Here's the deal, and this is to Angela, because Angela is the one she's in the business. If you guys had musical questions, I'd be fielding them. But we ask Angela this. It's the objective, okay? What is the objective with a kid leaving Parkway Central, Francis Howell, Hazelwood West? What is the damn objective? And you have to compete against the kids coming out of CBC and Vianney and all the private ones that we just talked about. What's the objective? The objective is to make sure that these kids are stacked in education, that they can go.
That's why some people choose houses in different districts.
Checkbook, right?
But they can't balance a checkbook.
That's sad. And you're telling me the teachers need a raise?
Oh my God,
These
that's a
kids-
whole
Because
nother.
that is not what is on their program to teach. There's only so many hours in a day. If I'm a teacher,
Exactly, you
and
made my
I am
point.
told
You
are
made
not
my point.
teaching checkbooks. You are teaching psychology. Then I got to teach psychology.
We got like 4 different things going on here again now. 4 different
I will
topics.
always
It's easy to
defend
do
a
that,
teacher.
Vic.
I'm
Line
sorry.
is the
I will
public
always
school
defend a
system
teacher.
sucks.
I never
I
went
will-
and did it.
I will
That
do
is
it.
the hardest.
Chris,
one of
the
the
whole-
hardest damn
Chris,
jobs
Chris,
I
to
will
do.
too.
some parts of the public school system do suck, but not all of them. And not all of the
I
teachers.
understand that, but I'm going to generalize them all.
You know some teachers. I know lots of teachers.
I know.
Teachers are fantastic.
They deserve a raise in the state of
Yes.
Missouri. There is
Not
they
until,
do.
not
Abso-freaking-lutely
until
they
they
do.
can stand up and say, there is no place for transgender in our school system, period.
Because that's not how it works. Some of the teachers are
Period.
transgender. Like they have to
Well, then
deal
that's
with
a
it.
problem, Angela.
Oh my gosh.
That's a
you can't-
problem.
It can't be a
How
problem.
can you have a transgender teacher in a public school?
How can you
And
not?
then you're going to push
That's
the
life. You go out into the
No.
world and you can experience that on your
no,
own.
Chris, there's nothing wrong with a transgender teacher in public school.
I disagree.
The problem, I think,
disagree.
The problem is the fact that you can't push politics.
Right. There you go.
That's the
Religion,
line.
Bring the high heat.
religion, and sexuality.
That's what they're
That
doing
is
in
where
school.
that is where the line is that the teacher has to
You
walk,
can't
You don't think a
making their job
transgender
even
teacher-
harder.
You don't think a transgender teacher is going to push their transgender?
You can't think. Here's the other thing. You can't think that
I mean, that's
a
crazy.
conservative teacher or a
Scott,
liberal
you
teacher.
can shut it. My name's got 2 L's. A. B. I went to school for this, so you need to give it up, dude. I get an opinion. I have went through the 4 years of college to learn how to do this. So Scott, figure out how to spell my name if you're going to be stupid.
What if they don't want to?
Damn, man.
This is the edge.
It's
The
like
common-
Sharpie.
Damn, man.
The common Angela is not spelled with 2 L's.
Well,
Eric
freaking
Johnson,
figure it out,
Chris
Scott.
Knight, Angela Sharp. This is the edge. We'll talk about all the topics. It's good because we've got our
Hey, let me just
conversations
say,
going on.
this is how the housewives with their bottles of wine in the backyard talk. So we are literally mimicking them. So one soccer mom's going to be mad, and the other soccer mom's going to be mad. So this is exactly what it sounds
We'll
like.
be right back with more of this awesome
I've
show, The
blocked Scott,
Fastest
so I
2
can no longer
hours
see the
in
stupid
Morning
stuff he
Talk
says.
Radio right after this. We'll
You've been blocked, dude.
We'll put a nice bow on this.
Why
We'll
can't
come
we
back
be
tomorrow.
friends,
We'll talk more about it
I
tomorrow.
blocked him.
Hey, by the
Y'all
way,
can see him. I can't. He's
by the
blocked
way,
for me.
we have Lou. If anybody's going away from the show right now, we have Lewis Reed tomorrow.
Yeah.
Vicky, we had Eric Greitens' interview last night for Senate Canada. Tonight, Vicky Hartzler at 5 p.m.
Awesome.
You'll learn more about Vicky tonight. We'll be back to close out this show in just a couple of minutes.
I've seen you around for a long, long time. Yeah. I remembered you when you drank my wine. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?
I love these guys. They make funny with their mouths.
The Edge Morning Show.
If you owe the IRS back taxes, then get ready to pay up. The IRS has giant private collection agencies actively tracking down folks who owe the IRS. So if you think dodging them was stressful in the past, it's going to get a whole lot tougher. Optima Tax Relief has this advice. Don't wait. Solve your tax problems now before it's too late. Optima Tax Relief works to stop the demand letters, stop the aggressive collection actions, and stop the IRS collectors from targeting you. Ask Optima about the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks the IRS has ever offered. If you qualify, you could save thousands, and nobody knows this program better than they do. Optima is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, and they get results, having resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Get a fresh start. Call today for your free consultation.
Call 800-624-7544. 800-624-7544. 800-624-7544.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
So you're not gonna want to miss this. The deals at Kohl's right now are beyond epic. I just got some new bath towels for $3 each. Found the cutest kids' outfits for only $5. And got myself some tees and tank tops for just $7. But the best part? You don't need any coupons. Can earn Kohl's cash and get it all with free store pickup. Looks like April showers bring the flowers and the savings. Select styles. Sale ends April 24th. Some exclusions apply. See store.com for details.
Great care for children begins at Compass Health Network. Our Warrenton and Wentzville locations offer pediatric walk-in services, same-day appointments, and specialty care, so your children get the care they need, when, and how they need it. When it comes to children's health care, Compass Health Network is here for you and your family. Call 844-853-8937 for an appointment, or visit compasshealthnetwork.org for more information.
Spectrum Glass is known for their quality work on windshields, but they do so much more. Spectrum Glass also specializes in residential, commercial, and automotive window tinting. Reduce the heat, reduce the fading, and increase your comfort with professional window tinting from Spectrum Glass. Serving St. Charles and surrounding counties since 1995, Spectrum Glass is still your premier company for windshield replacement. And with free mobile service, they come to you. 636-294-1800 on Facebook and SpectrumGlassOnline.com.
Shop in one place, O'Fallon Overhead Doors, for your residential and commercial garage doors and gates. As a locally owned, family-operated business, O'Fallon Overhead Doors provides 5-star service. Their technicians are not paid on commission, so they won't sell you something you don't need. Looking for a new door, a repair, or yearly maintenance? Call O'Fallon Overhead Doors on Continental Drive in Wentzville, 272-2722. Showroom open weekdays 8 till 4:30. Free estimates on new doors. Visit O'FallonOverheadDoors.com.
You could save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, but when we just come out and say it, it feels like it falls a bit flat. So we're going to tap into human emotion, first with some music. Then in a serious tone, I'll say, save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive. And even though it was about saving money with Progressive, we'll fade out the music so you know it was poignant. Wow, powerful stuff. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discount not available in all states or situations.
Here comes more of the Edge Morning Show.
Hey guys, welcome to the show. We say hello and goodbye.
Wait, everybody, don't forget to leave cookies and milk out for Willie Nelson and Snoop Dogg tonight, because tomorrow is 420.
Oh my God.
I'm funny today.
Didn't he play the Family Arena just recently?
No, not yet. It's
He didn't?
coming up.
It's coming up?
It's coming up.
We got to go.
We really have to go.
We got to go.
Eric Johnson.
I heard it's close to sold out.
Chris Knight.
Chris, get us tickets.
Angela Sharp and Vic Faust of Fox 2. Join us tomorrow. We got a lot coming up.
Tomorrow will be
We'll
a very
continue.
easygoing day.
Oh, yeah. And when you land Lewis Reed about where all the money's going for the Rams.
Does Lewis know what he's walked into?
He's been here before.
Lewis, we have everybody.
I've never had this. I haven't been here since Lewis has been here.
He's been here before.
Mayor's Kim Gardner comes on.
And then we got a light-
Reed comes
we have-
on.
Gardner's come on.
Sam Page has come on.
The show.
Kim Gardner came on the show and told us she takes money from George Soros. Yes.
Oh, my.
We have
I've only been here a little over.
we have an hour-long
3
expose
months.
coming up with Tashara Jones. I can't wait for that one. She's going to answer questions for an hour. That'll be fun.
Have a great day. We'll see you for Fox
You can't
2
even make
News
comment on that, can you?
at
That's
5.
so ridiculous.
Yeah, I'll wear blue tonight. Thanks, guys.
What do you wear? Did you say you're wearing green?
He said
Yeah.
blue.
I'm wearing blue.
Have a good day.